Alrighty. How do we sound? How do we sound in the microphones today? I think we sound pretty good. All right, Team Awesome. Today, we're going to talk about money or moolah or cash, quiche, bread, whatever you want to call it. You know, that magic thing that we earn for our work that helps us survive and thrive. So first off, I missed last week's video because I traveled, and then coincidentally, every time you go in a germ tube, you get sick. So you can still probably hear it in my voice a little bit. I'm still a bit stuffed up, but I'm on the mend. All is good. What I want to talk about today is some harsh realities of making your living with photography. So 2 years ago in 2023, I had my biggest earning year with photography ever. And at the time here in New Zealand, the economy was very bubbly, as you might call it. As you get a bit older, you tend to pay a bit more attention to economies and, you know, when they're up, when they're down, what's happening. And 2023 here was a boom year. The economy was pumping. Everybody had money. Everybody was spending money. So there was plenty of budgets for media and for content, and, you know, everyone was just dishing out money. And when I see those years happening, I always know there's going to be some dark days to follow or some dark years to follow. And even in the later stages of 2023, I could see it. And I was saying to other people in the creative field, it's going to be slow soon. It's going to slow up and we're going to have a couple of bad years. And sure enough, what happened? 2024, 2024 took a nosedive earnings-wise and jobs-wise, and then this year is looking like it's going to be even worse. So the harsh realities of being a photographer or a videographer or anybody in this sort of camera creative space is a lot of our work relies on economic fluctuations and where economies are at. And every country is different and seems to be on a different scale. It looks like America's up next for a bit of a low. So if you're in the USA, be prepared because it will impact you. Like I said, when economies go down, the budgets and everything are the first to be cut, especially in like the commercial space, corporate, all that stuff. First thing that gets cut is the unnecessary stuff. Media budget, marketing budget, all that stuff just goes out the window. And I'm saying this as a photographer who doesn't really chase work. Like, I've also been a full-time parent for the last few years, so I just take what comes. You know, 2023 was the same. It was my biggest earning year, and it was all what come to me. I've built my business and my brand and my reputation to a point where the work comes to me. As I've spoke about in earlier videos, you know, I'm over that mountain range onto the other side. I'm the one that dictates which jobs I do and don't do. So I'm not exactly out there hustling trying to find these jobs. But like I said, 2023, they were coming in hot and heavy, and it was good. It was a busy year and it was awesome. But I knew the dark days were coming, and the last 2 years have been exactly that. Every other old client that you talk to, like I said, no matter what level they were at, they all had no budget. You know, the budgets are gone. Yes, if I needed it, I probably could have gone out there and hustled and found some work. But like I said, I just take what comes to me. Sure, everyone's situation's also different there too. If I'd gone out there and tried to chase work, I probably would have found more. I'm just at a point where I'm not doing that. But I digress. Anyway, the key message here is, as I've mentioned in previous videos, doing this stuff for a living is not like a 9-to-5 job. You're not working for someone else. You're not guaranteed anything. You're not guaranteed a paycheck every week or every month or whenever it might be. And these are the times when you've got to see those changes coming and be prepared for it. You have to be good at managing money if you're going to work in this creative field and be self-employed. Because again, you know, you get a big paycheck from a job and you go, well, I want that new camera, boom, spend it all on that. And then those jobs that you had lined up fall through, or like I said, the economy shifts into a downturn and all of a sudden, oh no, sorry, we don't have the budget for that anymore, and then you're screwed. So you've got to be smart with managing money. I've made previous videos about this, which I'll link up top, but the key thing I want to get across is the volatility of the industry is very up and down. You're going to have good years, you're going to have bad years. I had a really good year in 2023. Right after COVID, the New Zealand economy was just absolutely pumping. Like I said, everybody had money to spend. Those budgets were huge. It was just flowing. And then all of a sudden it contracted, and we've been in a recession for 2 years. And guess what? Been no budgets. All the budgets have been cut, and it's just not there. It's just not happening. There's no action in the market in this industry. So being prepared for that stuff and seeing it coming can be your biggest strength in surviving in this field. And here's the thing, you will build up your career and your business to a point, usually coming out of a 9-to-5 job. You will then build your creative business and you will transfer into it to go full-time once you start earning enough outside of your day job. So when those dark days and slow years do come, just because you've jumped in full-time in your creative business, don't be afraid to go out there and find other work in different industries. industries, do what you got to do to survive. Like, there's no shame in jumping into, like I say, like a creative business full time and then going, oh, hang on, things have slowed down a bit, you know, I'll do what I got to do. I'll go out and find another hustle that I can do in a different industry. There is no shame in that at all. It is not the type of career that is guaranteed anything. You get out what you put in. If you put in a lot of work to chase jobs and chase work, you will get more out of it. But those slow times are going to come, and being able to see them beforehand and being prepared, like I say, putting your money in the right places, stacking it away, not having huge living costs and huge debts and all the things that I talk about. That's how you're going to be prepared to ride out those slow years and not have to sell all your camera gear and everything just to survive, you know, and you can keep pushing through. And then eventually the economy will flip and you'll be back in the money. The jobs will come flowing in. All of a sudden people have money to spend and you're away again and you're back on your growth journey. There's going to be little hiccups along the way. It is what it is. Don't let it discourage you, because it happens. It's part of the process that you learn after doing this stuff for years. There is highs and lows, good years, bad years. It's just part of the industry, part of the business. And yes, there's plenty of stuff out there, people going, well, it's the sign of the times. AI is taking our jobs, taking, you know, photography, da-da-da. I personally don't think AI is ever going to take certain parts of photography away. Like I've mentioned in other videos, again, there is certain parts that AI probably will replace, but there's certain parts that it can't as well. So don't get disgruntled by that and, you know, be one of those people that goes, oh, well, it's because AI is coming, and, you know, it's not going to happen. You just got to keep pushing, keep grinding, keep growing. You know, don't let a down year put you off. I'm into year 2 of a very quiet year. And, you know, I'm still here, I'm still doing it, I'm still shooting, I'm still creating, I'm doing all the things that I always do, because I know next year it's probably going to ramp up again. So this is one of the biggest brutal realities that people struggle with when they jump into creative photography or videography space, is the volatility of it. And like I said, you get out what you put in. So hopefully this helps. Again, all this information is just to help you guys navigate this industry and this profession. Don't let a crap year or losing a job or, you know, like all the many different things that can affect you financially take away that passion. And remember, look, mo money, mo problems. Sometimes you have great years and you're earning heaps and it creates other issues. So just stay on top of your finances, get it all dialed in, do everything properly from the start, and you will be good to ride out all the bad times, the good times, and all of the volatility that comes with this job. But keep the passion, because it is still an amazing career. So to wrap up, I want to say thank you to all 1,000 plus of you. I hit 1,000 subscribers, which is a huge milestone. Remember, my goal here is just to relay this information to help you guys. Nothing more than that. But the information that I'm giving you is obviously valuable, and now there's 1,000 of you subscribed, which is amazing, and I appreciate every single one of you. I already know these videos have helped more than one person, and that's always been the goal. So thank you hugely to everybody that's subscribed. It means a lot to me to be able to pass this knowledge on and help you guys achieve your goals. So if you are watching this and you're not subscribed, hit the subscribe button and do the little notification thing, and, you know, all the stuff that YouTube people tell you to do, and just know that I appreciate it a lot, and I will keep spewing this knowledge at you whenever I can. And yeah, keep watching you guys crush it in your photo career. If you want to explore all the other stuff I'm doing and offering, just see all the links on my page, and yeah, you'll find what you need to find. But I appreciate you. See you in the next video. Cheers. Get out and do some shooting. I believe in you. You're amazing. Cheers.